All right, so looking at the chart this morning on the 4-hour chart here, we are looking at a possible downturn. However, I don't think that we are going to drop too far. I think we're going to bounce off of that yellow line. We've done it once already, you can see. And I think we're going to be heading up to that pink line, which is where the blue SMA is. If we zoom in a little bit to the 1-hour chart here, you can also see that it's just kind of tracking that yellow line, and it's maybe found a new support, or trying to at that point. Now the MACD is definitely not in our favor. It is looking like it's tipping down, so we do want to make sure that we watch that. Okay, and if we zoom in a little bit further on the 5-minute chart, we can see that the MACD is definitely in our favor, and we've had a nice big drop right there. And I got into a short right at this point, which looks like a really bad place to get into a short, to be right honest about it. I was pretty sure that it was going to drop more, but I didn't get into this point. So I got in there and I placed my stop order way up there, like 28 points above where I had gotten in. I didn't want to get stopped out, but I wanted to have a stop in. So, but I figured it was probably going to drop down to the 53.09 level. And the reason I said that, mainly, you can see on the left-hand side of the screen here, there is a consolidation period there, and that was like the top end of it. So I figured that was a conservative place to put it, but that would be a really good trade. I mean, that's over a 10-point trade, so that's a really good trade for me. So got in there and it started to drop. I zoomed out to kind of get some more perspective and double checked my order placement, and it was right on the excuse me, the blue SMA. So I was happy with that location, but I did expect that it might go up, and sure enough it did. It went up to this point, and I see this as a pretty strong resistance level. I wasn't too worried at this point, even though I was in a bit of a loss position right here. That was a little bit painful, and sure enough it hit that point and had a big drop. So I thought, okay, that was a pretty strong reaction. I think I'll be okay. It still isn't opening bell yet. You can see it's 9:26. Okay, it pretty much bounced right off of the point where I had gotten in, which is not a big surprise because it's kind of already bounced off that point a couple times already. And then shortly after opening bell, it actually dropped through that level and started to drop, and dropped some more. And then it bounced up a little bit, which put me in a loss position briefly, but not too bad. It was kind of a weak bounce upward. You can see a long wick. I mean, this is the 1-minute chart we're looking at, so it's very zoomed in. But I expected big movements. It's been like that. And then it dropped down and actually filled my order very quickly. I didn't even catch it. And then kind of started to look like it was maybe done dropping. It was going to go up a little bit, I think, at this point. And I wanted to get into a long, so I did. And I got in almost at the bottom there. I was pretty tickled with that. So I got into a long, and before I could actually place my bracket orders, my exit orders, it had gone up quite a bit, and so I went ahead and placed my exit order, my stop, actually at a profit level of 7 points, which is about $35. And then I wanted to get out, hopefully, at the 330 level, which would be 27 points trade. That is an incredible trade. So this was looking really, really good. And sure enough, it went up and filled my order at 3:30 before it started to drop again. So altogether, I made $142, which works out to be, with that account size, about 4%. So that was a good trading day.